Welcome to the annual 2K TV Awards Show.
We've seen some fierce. All of you have shown up and made this community the absolute best in all of gaming.
And in this episode, we're recognizing all of you that put in the work and rose above the rest in NBA 2K25.
We'll be giving away 10 2K TV awards this week, including the top play of the year, so make sure to stay tuned for that. And winners will receive not only bragging rights, but some pretty sweet rewards. NBA 2K26 with VC, My Team cards, and so much more.
And throughout our award show, we will be bringing you 2K TV Interactive. All questions and the VC you get from answering correctly are presented by Hotels.com.
This is an award show, so let's start with a question about some wins. What do you think, Alexis?
I like it.
Which NBA team won the most games in the 2024-25 regular season?
Northern California, right on the bay. That's the setting for the Magic. Great size and versatility. Franz Wagner can give you a little bit of everything. And he's ready to get going as they wrap themselves up for this game at Chase Center. Magic Warriors, the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. A look at the Magic starting group. Wagner and Banchero are the forwards. Jalen Suggs is out there with Powell. And it's Bitadze in at the 5 spot. And for the Warriors, the athletic front court pair. Wiggins alongside Kuminga. Dixon is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And Orlando starts out with the ball. Curry against Suggs. Wagner, and it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, Wagner doesn't fear contact. He'll take it right into the defense down there.
Outside Curry. Passes it to Dixon. There's the 3. The rebound by Bitadze. Suggs passes to Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
When Banchero gets in tight, that's how he likes to finish. No layups for this big guy. He's all about the finish.
Now here's Curry, and there's the pass to Dixon. Fires for 3. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
Well, that's the best way to neutralize that size advantage. Make him defend out on the perimeter.
And here's Wagner. After the three-pointer from Dixon, Wagner kicks to Powell. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Coach Steve Kerr, and we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Suggs after the made shot from Dixon. Banchero outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Banchero's got his second bucket of the night.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
Dixon's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Banchero kicks to Powell. Here's Wagner. uses the glass to finish the layup. Wagner's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, that level of activity is one of the things that makes Wagner special.
Curry passes to Dixon. The three-pointer, no good. So the Magic, their last game, a win against the Jazz in Delta Center. Working his way from scout to head coach, Jamal Mosley was a longtime assistant under Rick Carlisle. He has paid his dues, Coach.
Yeah, and Kevin, I really admire the guys that put in the time, as you say, pay their dues and get themselves ready for when they get the opportunity. There's a lot of outstanding younger coaches in this league, and Jamal Mosley's as good as any of them.
Yep, I would agree. Now, here's Curry, coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. Pass to Dixon. They need this. Powell pulls it in.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Warriors trail by 8. Wiggins passes to Dixon. Over in the corner, Kuminga. Pass to Dixon. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. And it's 7 points for Smooth. Here's Wagner. Boy, he was something else against Utah. Passes to Bitadze. Driving in. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Here's Dixon. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Curry passes to Dixon. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Dishes it to Curry. Suggs with the steal. Wagner passes to Banchero. Got that one up quick. Banchero's got 7 points.
Oh, good to see that Banchero has options if he can't penetrate. Your game has to be multifaceted in the league.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Franz Wagner, as we know, Stan, came into the league with a splash and hasn't really slowed up since.
Now, Kevin, I think he's surprised a lot of people. He has never played like a young guy. He's always played with the maturity of a veteran guy, and he just keeps getting more and more responsibility. He's handled it well, and then he could become a perennial all-star.
Well, I like that assessment. Here's Dixon. Paolo Banchero making his last shot. Clock at 6. Here's Curry with the three. It's good from long range.
And how about when Curry gets fancy with it? His confidence is what allows him to pull off these moves.
Banchero dishes to Powell. Back to Banchero. Wagner on the wing. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Three-pointer. Dixon's shot is off.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
Yeah, and it's really hard to stay connected to shooters out there. And even harder to contest the shot without foul.
And the basket by Curry. 5 points in the game.
Yeah, and you see how Steph altered his pace there. Sometimes it looks like he isn't moving at all, and then bam, he goes warp speed.
Here's Suggs. Still yet to score. He kicks to Powell. Six to shoot. Baseline jumper. Warriors with the rebound. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
You would have thought that things could not have been more dramatic after regulation ended like it did, but the way they won that in overtime, wow.
Well, that's impressive defense by Wagner. He gets himself into great position.
Poked loose. The pass to Suggs. Off target from three-point range.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Dixon's shot is off.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
Now, here's Banchero. 7 points in the game. Misses and the dry spell continues. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. Magic leading by 3. GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Getting to be the three-point shooting specifically